Alright, snapshot time, baby. Let's see what this one brings. Still can't load up old worlds, that's kind of a shame. Oh wow, this is a really cool seed. I just spawned about there, and as you can see, there's like the world's smallest swamp here, and then a jungle right there, and then, yeah, this is actually a really cool seed. There it is if you want to use it. Yeah, alright, anyway. Okay, so first of all, the Brimstone from the previous update has been updated to be called Deepslate, and as you can see, on the surface, it is now a lot smoother, which is actually really nice. I feel like maybe it should be smoother on all sides, but no. Anyway, it's rough on all sides with the cobbled Deepslate, which is a new block they've added. They also changed the sound, so let's hear that. I do like that. And the ores have been changed once again, and I do have to say there are some improvements, but I feel like some steps backwards. I really am starting to like this iron ore texture a lot more. I think the iron ore looks cool. The coal ore looks quite cool as well. It's got a little bit of a weird greenish tint to it, but I think that's alright. The gold is way better than it was. Apparently, I didn't notice this in the previous snapshot, but they took it straight from the nether gold texture. So now it actually looks quite good. The copper is cool how it looks mostly weathered. I kind of like that. The lapis is kind of nice as well. It's basically the same pattern from before. The redstone, I think, is the same pattern from before, and I like that from the previous one. The emerald, I don't know what the deal is with that fat chunk there and that fat chunk there. I feel like it looked better before, but I don't know. And the diamonds have stayed basically the same. But yeah, they are all of the changed ores. And speaking of ores, bam, look at this. So they now have Deepslate ores, which I think was definitely needed. That was definitely a change needed. Now you might notice that it's not there for emerald, it's not there for copper, and it's not there for coal. And that is simply because, well, you can't find those underground. They don't generate low enough to be in the Deepslate caves. So yeah, I think these look quite cool. I think these are cool. And how well do they actually fit into the Deepslate itself? Yeah, I mean, they definitely fit in pretty well, I'd say. They definitely fit in. I guess we'll see it in the new generation, but I'm kind of holding off from looking at that just right now. But yeah, you know what? Let's not hold off anymore, and let's take a look at the new... I was about to call it Grimstone. What's it called now? Deepslate. Deepslate Caves. Wow. Yeah, this looks so much better. Yeah, this looks way, way better. I love the top texture of the Deepslate now. I think that looks awesome. And I'm so glad that there's a cobbled Deepslate as well, just to kind of offset it, I guess. And, okay, so here's a change. Tough now generates below Y0, so it's used as a variation block with Deepslate. And you're probably wondering, well, what about the tough on the outside of amethyst geodes? Well, they actually changed that to smooth basalt here. Oh, that is a weird texture. It's kind of cool. It's way, way closer to the regular basalt, and basically how you get this is you smelt regular basalt in a furnace. But I feel like it's a cool block. It doesn't rotate. No, it doesn't rotate. I feel like that could possibly be used. And it kind of does fit in with this block, to be fair, but yeah. These ores do stand out a little bit when they're on the floor. Like, they kind of, I don't know, maybe that's alright, but they do stand out quite a bit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, wow, look at this. So I love this, like, this slate type of texture, but on the top it's so much smoother. It's really nice, but you can see with the redstone, like, it gets darker, and it's just a bit weird, I guess. I don't know. But also, they basically replace the andesite with the tough that generates below Y0. So andesite doesn't generate, but tough does. I think that's a very welcome change. This is weird. This is one of those naturally generating lava lakes, but it has stone. We're at Y-57 and there's stone. Oh, that's not meant to happen. Yeah, just look at that, generating. Oh, that is cool. That is very, very cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a very big fan of this so far. I'm just thinking it's gonna be kind of interesting to, you know, the process of mining I think will be a bit interesting because, like, how are we gonna, oh, I want that gold. Pillar up, you know. Might get kind of annoying to pillar up, mine the gold, and then break the pillar, and then go to the next patch, pillar up, you know, I feel like that would get annoying, so there might have to be a new method around that, because I know especially in the nether, when like mining quartz, nobody mines the quartz in the ceiling. Okay, no, some people do, but like, no. Either way though, There's a lot of diamonds. There's diamonds there, diamonds there. I saw some diamonds over here, yeah. They're pretty easy to spot in big open chasms like this, which is interesting. They're still tweaking the ore generation, which I will look at later. Alright, I forgot to mention it later, so here it is now. You can see, I don't think a lot has changed, to be honest, but I guess you can see there's constant redstone generation in like sections, and then just towards the bottom it increases a lot. And lapis is actually most commonly found around the border between the deep slate and the stone. So I think that's kind of interesting. And coal is actually most commonly found on the surface, I guess. And as you can see, copper still cannot be found below Y0, and iron, oh no, there's a strip of iron there. And I guess emerald has been brought down a lot, so you can find it underground, but it's mostly up high in the mountains. Which I think is super cool, by the way. I love that idea, so yeah. Okay, yeah, so as you can see in higher up layers, you still see the andesite generating, so it didn't just replace it with tuff, which is good. I don't really see why they would, but it was worth checking. So I want to find an amethyst geode. This is interesting. I can't seem to find a single amethyst geode that actually opens up to a cave. Oh well. Well, yeah, you get the idea with this. I think the smooth basalt does look quite good next to the calcite. Like they're kind of light and dark versions of each other, rather than with the tuff. Yeah, the tuff stood out a lot from this, and yeah, I think the smooth basalt looks quite good in this situation. And apparently Blackstone has been tweaked again, I think. Another round of tweaking has been done to the new textures of ores and Blackstone. Okay, well, I think the bricks might look a little bit smoother. I will put a comparison on screen just so you can kind of see. Let me just line that up properly. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't notice a difference without the editing, but you might notice a difference with the editing. Text, tell me if there's a difference. Okay. Okay, so remember when I showed off the cobbled deep slate? Yeah, so this actually is used to craft the deep slate variants. So I'm guessing you get cobbled deep slate just from mining deep slate then? Yes, okay, so as you can see, this is deep slate here, but I'm mining it and getting cobbled deep slate, which makes sense. And the ores still give the same amount of diamonds, that makes sense. So like I can do that, and oh, no? Okay, there's still all these variants, and maybe this is just because it was so, like, jarring when it first came out, but I feel like a lot of these textures have been mellowed a little bit, especially these last two. Like, I feel like this was just way more, like, contrasty, I guess, and the same here, because you could definitely see that this is, like, more defined than this, which I think we definitely need a more defined brick type of thing in this game, because, well, I don't know. This is not quite as defined because it's so dark, and stone brick, well, stone brick's quite defined. Yeah, stone brick is very defined, and this is also very defined. Oh, I love the deep slate. It's so nice. It's such a nice middle ground between the Blackstone and the regular stone brick. I think it's awesome. Anyway, I think that's just about it for today's snapshot. They added a couple things like the new slate stone? Deep slate. I keep forgetting the name of it. They've changed it, so yeah. Grimstone, nope, deep slate, that's one, deep slate. Makes sense, it's slate and it's deep, yeah, okay. And yeah, I think the new, like, deep caves are looking really cool, and I'm really excited to see what new stuff they do with it as well, with like where they're going to put the sculk sensors and whatnot, because apparently that's meant to generate really deep in the world. And I mean, negative 56, 50, yeah, negative 57, that's pretty deep. Like that goes down to bedrock level. So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. But anyway, I think that's going to just about do it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed this little snapshot video. If you did, please consider leaving a like. Sorry, it's just about to turn 6 AM where I am. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.